It is a great moment. And when we look at inclusive growth, this is of critical consequence. For last several years, the Honorable Prime Minister has been translating his vision as a ground reality. This inclusive growth has a societal aspect. It was a great turning point in the history of this country when the dream of Mahatma Gandhi took shape, when the Prime Minister himself started Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. This has been on incremental trajectory ever since then. The public awareness of this program is highest and most impactful on a global horizon. It has led to many innovations and a drive which has fructified the dream of the father of the nation. In that vein, the Prime Minister also took a great initiative, and that was to wipe out tears from the eyes of the women who suffered while cooking. I recall my days as a member of Parliament in 1989, and we, as every member, had 50 gas connections, and that was the power in our hand, that we could provide relief to 50 households. Imagine the attainment of this visionary leader, that 180 million households have got it free, and every household can afford it. This was a major milestone and a turning point. And this has brought about all-round development and satisfaction of basic societal parameters. This one was preceded by Shauchalaya. We could never imagine that every household in the country will have a Shauchalaya. A toilet was taken to be the preserve of the rich, exclusive to those who could afford. But the moment has picked up. NGOs have come forward. People have become aware. And this is now a realized fact. I don't think in the history of human development we can have a parallel to these iconic attainments. Now, coming to supply of tap water to every household. When I had discussion with the Honorable Minister, his passion was reflected, and it was in the shape of mission. No one can be more alive to the need of this than from the person who comes from Rajasthan and from that region. He has the first-hand knowledge how people are made to suffer for not having a tap water, a potable drinking water. And therefore his emphasis that functional water supply has to meet 3 fundamental barriers. They must pass 3 filter tests. 1, quality, quantity and continuity. Each of them carry a great meaning for the person. If you have all these 3 and one is lacking continuity, that you don't have it on daily basis or at the periodic situation which is required, then the purpose is not served. I am therefore very grateful to those who have devised this mechanism, because no program can succeed unless there is accountability mechanism. The surest way to fail, the surest way to be non-transparent is that we do not engage into assessment and scrutiny. But if the scrutiny is in the public domain, the scrutiny is known to one and all. It carries very high degree of credibility. And what has been indicated by the Honorable Minister and the Honorable Secretary, I have no doubt that the calibration of the performance, generation of positive competitive stance of stakeholders would obviously be there. In a federal polity like ours, there has to be extra effort to see that all are on the same page. Having had tenure as a constitutional head of a state, I am alive to the challenges that federalism faces. I therefore expect every stakeholder at the center and state level to be extra cognizant that the ecosystem for such items must be non-partisan and very wholesome. The district magistrate, as indicated by the Honorable Minister and Honorable Secretary, is a pivot of any administration, and his involvement is very fundamental. That he is drawn from a service that has all India character. I am sure every district magistrate would do utmost to secure a slot that would also be his or her personal credential. What I have seen and come to know, that if this kind of posting takes place and people are aware of it, then the consumer would also be more critical in securing performance. Ours is a huge country where we need to focus also on our fundamental duties. We have seen in the most trying time of COVID, the pandemic that impacted the humanity as never before on the wrong side. Effort was made by everyone, including by way of innovation, and we came out so successfully. But pricking was there at a critical juncture to stall, impede, or adversely impact well-meaning efforts. And those pernicious efforts unfortunately emanated also from people whom we take as someone claiming to have some position at one point of time. I therefore would use this platform to appeal to everyone that we must look to the positive part of it. India is witnessing a growth system which we never imagined, be it infrastructure or meeting needs of the common man. And therefore, we must always believe in positivity and contribute our might as much as we can. I expect all public representatives at the village level, at the panchayat level, at Jila Parishad level, in the legislature or in the parliament, NGOs and all others to ensure this program becomes a success. And if there are some deficiencies, their intent should not be to criticize, but to secure a mechanism whereby the same can be plugged. I am grateful for giving me this great opportunity. And before concluding, I'll make an appeal to the media. Media has a great role to play. Media takes issues in high decibel on certain aspects which turn out to be a challenge to growth. Media has a great role to play to disseminate such kind of information to generate an ecosystem where everyone becomes alive to serve by way of hand-holding and otherwise a larger societal interest. So I am sure media will put achievements and accomplishments in high decibel so that people and NGOs and others are motivated to perform. Once again, I am grateful for making this opportunity available to me. जल ही जीवन है, जल ही कल है, और जल के बिना कुछ नहीं है. I have every hope, like everyone else, in the great sagacity and capacity of our Honorable Minister and the bureaucrats functioning in his ministry. Thank you so much.